You left Islam 2011.
Siraaj,
Wait,
don't make yourself a fool.
you claimed you
Don't
left
make
Islam
yourself-
2011.
a fool.
You're lying
Don't make
because you're not
yourself
an
a fool.
ex-Muslim.
Don't make yourself a fool. I'm not Arab first
Tell
of
me,
all.
okay, if
I
you're
am
not Arab, that
Arab.
means you don't know how to pray.
I'm not-
How many Arabs here, how many are here are non-Arabs and they know how to pray here? A lot of us, many of us here are not non-Arabs and they know how to pray. So now
he's not
prove
allowed
to
to
me,
answer the question.
no,
He's just talking.
prove to me
He's just
that
talking.
you are an ex-Muslim.
You're
Wallahi,
asking
he's
the
not an
question. You're
ex-Muslim.
asking-
You
All
pray-
the time
you
the
pray
title is an
Christian.
ex-Muslim.
You
Tell
pray-
me
you pray
how
five
many
times a
times,
day.
five
You pray
times a
five
day.
times a day.
Okay, tell me the names of the prayers.
I don't. Why should I ask?
Tell
why
me.
you ask me stupid question?
Look, he's an ex-Muslim and he doesn't know
Okay, early in the morning before
No,
sunrise,
what's the
early
name?
no.
What's the name?
I don't have to give the name.
You don't know the name.
I
Subhanallah,
don't
you
have
left
it.
Islam. No, I don't want to, brother. Listen. This guy, I don't like liars. Every time.
I don't know. I didn't say I don't know.
Brother,
You
please
are a liar,
don't
Siraaj.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
respect
yeah, help
liar.
him.
Respect me,
no,
brother.
You
No, I
are
don't
a
want you to
liar.
help him.
I didn't say
Respect
I don't
me,
know.
brother.
I didn't say I don't
Some
know.
brothers
I didn't
know.
say I don't know. You are a liar. I don't
Tell
debate a
me,
liar. I don't debate
what
a
is
liar.
the name of the
I
fast
don't
prayer?
debate a liar. I
What's
don't
the name
debate
of
a
the
liar.
fast
No,
prayer?
he's the liar.
Wait,
You are
what's
a
the
liar
name
too.
of the fast prayer?
I don't have to answer silly
He doesn't
question.
know.
I don't have
Silly
to
question.
answer. You are a
Look
liar
here.
and a part of liar.
Liar and a liar. Hey, he pretended to be an ex-Muslim. Oh, he said I'm not an Arab. He said he's an ex-Muslim. Liar. Liar. He doesn't know how to pray and he doesn't know the names of the prayers. We pray daily prayers. Come back.
I'll answer. I give you. I'm not
Asr is
fucking
what?
Arab.
What
I'm
salah?
not friend.
Asr is what salah?
Fajr in the morning, early in the morning, Fajr in the morning.
Carry on.
You kazzab.
Carry on.
Anta kazzab.
Carry on. Carry on. Come. Carry on. Carry on. Why are you running? Come. Why are you running? Why are you running? You're not an ex-Muslim. Liar. You're not an ex-Muslim. Liar. How do you pray? How do you pray? Come tell me. How do you pray? He doesn't know how to pray. And he says I'm an ex-Muslim.
He's an ex-liar.
Guess what? He left Islam 2011. Let's say he's 40 years old. 40 years old, take away 10, roughly 10 years, okay? Or 13 years. How many years he been a Muslim? 27. Around 27, yes? And guess what? 27 years he was a Muslim. And he does not know how to pray. And he does not know the names of the prayers. And what do you do in the prayers? He doesn't know. And he's running away. If he knows he's an ex-Muslim, he could not run. That's the evidence. Because he should prove himself. He is not proving himself. So every time they take the title, I'm an ex-Muslim. How? He doesn't even look an ex-Muslim.
He looks Christian.
He's a liar. Wallahi, Allah is my witness. He was never a Muslim, this guy. What kind of a Muslim runs away from an Islamic knowledge? Or an ex-Muslim? He's not an ex-Muslim. A liar. I just asked him, how do you pray? He doesn't know how to pray. He said, I don't want to do that. I said, do not do that. You're not praying, but teach me. Tell me how to pray. That means you've been a Muslim for over 20 years old. 20 years. Yeah? No, just let him go. Let him go. It's just I don't like liars. He comes here and the title all the time I see on Christian's channel, an ex-Muslim preaching. What, an ex-Muslim? He doesn't even know about Islam. He doesn't know about his religion even. When you ask all Christians, when you ask a question, all the time what they do is to preach. They change the topic by preaching. Preaching Christians. You can preach Christians, not non-Christians. We Muslims, we preach Muslims, but we convince non-Muslims to accept Islam by convincing them and by answering their questions. But Christians, when you ask them a single question, they cannot answer. All they do is preaching, lying, and diverting the topic, changing the topic. When you talk about East, they talk about West. Christians, you believe two different religions can go to heaven at the same time. What religion believes that? Hindus believe that? They do not believe this. Jews do not believe two people with two different religions will go to heaven. Muslims do not believe people with two different religions will go to heaven. Every religion believes only its religion goes to heaven. Only Christianity, we find in Christianity, people with two different religions can go to heaven. Example, Christians believe all prophets were what? Jews, and they practice Judaism. Judaism, and Christians practice Christianity. So how can people with two different religions go to heaven at the same time? Two different religions cannot be right and cannot be wrong at the same time. One of them is wrong. So Christians, if you say
It's man-made. It's man-made. Religion is man-made.